Gratitude, gratitude, when you can lift your attitude. Gratitude, gratitude. Come on, everybody, lift your attitude.
Happy
Gratitude, gratitude.
Happy
Come on, lift
Valentines.
that attitude.
Happy
Gratitude,
Valentines.
gratitude.
Happy
Lift
Valentines.
up that attitude. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John, and this is
Lisa.
and our celebrity name is never mind. What a beautiful day it is today in San Diego, where we are. And I have been so excited about today.
Me too.
I feel like it's Valentine's Day every day, and even more special today. I feel like Valentine's Day is one of those days like New Year's Eve or prom where there's a lot of pressure to do something. Or even Christmas, like yay, gifts, you know. But if you get a gift in the normal any time of the year, it's special. And if you get flowers any time of the year, special. Flowers, Valentine's Day, not so much. Even though I'm super grateful for the flowers you got me. I did not handle that well.
You're
See
forgiven.
There's
It's
beautiful
Valentine's.
flowers behind me, tulips that Lisa got me for Valentine's Day. Actually, got me before Valentine's Day, so they were
did.
special. First is your card.
Aw. This is original Halcyon art. Aw. Yes.
It says,
The
"Will you do
answer is
mine?"
an unequivocal yes.
Lisa, my beloved, I was led to you, called to you. Some divine force pulled me out of the life I had, pushed me to become the man I needed to be. I followed intuition to your doorstep. I couldn't believe you were single. How could a woman like you be single? So beautiful, so funny, so wise. You had so much presence that my inner little boy thought you were way out of my league. But that force pushed me toward you. My mind had an excuse, but my heart felt the connection. I loved you from the minute we first spoke. The honeymoon continues, but our love has matured. I'm still a giddy schoolboy around you, but now I've witnessed so many more layers to love. I admire you. I'm inspired by you. I trust your choices as much as I trust my own. I've never felt that way before. In addition to the dizzying attraction to your looks and personality, I'm deeply impressed by the way you live your life. I seek your counsel. I'll follow your lead. And when I lead, I feel honored that you'll follow me. Most of the time, I feel us side by side, skipping through the days. When I'm driving home, I'm excited that you'll be there. When you're preparing for a trip, I'm sad that you'll be gone. But even when I long for you, I feel a deeper peace knowing that we are together no matter what. I'm living the dream, a dream I didn't know I had. I'm so in love with our life, I'm happy even when I'm sad. You are my person. You are the reason I think about the future. I love building a life with you. I love our life right now, and I know that I'll love whatever comes next because we'll be together. You nourish my body and spirit. You soothe me when I'm stressed. Our days are always punctuated by laughter and often tears. You are my best audience and shoulder to cry on. You make a meaningful difference in the world. It is a privilege to support you, counsel you, and carry your guitar case. I'm so happy that you exist in the world. I'm absolutely awestruck that you are my partner. Will you be my Valentine?
Who would say no to that? Wow, thank you. Absolutely yes. We're so lucky.
She said yes. She said yes.
I'm conscious right now of people for whom this day might not be so great.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I've been there, like the Valentines after a breakup, or when a relationship is in hardship, or when longing for a partner, or grieving a loved one. yeah, just a shout out and compassionate hug for everybody who's waiting for this day to be over and walking down the streets with blinders.
But before you conclude that this day sucks, I want to just talk more about this as a love day.
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos of my grandpa was we had a bunch of people come over to his house on Valentine's Day and Love Day, and he gave this beautiful talk about the different words for love. I think the Greek words, that there's eros, like romantic love. There's phileo, like brotherly love, and there's agape, which is like divine love. And I really think that this is a beautiful day to celebrate what you have in your life, and whether they're your connections to your special people or your connection to your spiritual path and your God, your higher self, and that the potential for eros, even if it's not there. I mean, this year is definitely one where I'm banging the drum of eros, and it's one of those things where it's such a treat that I can't help but celebrate it every day. So then, since there's a day for it, I'm going to scream it loud. And I think that my experience has been that while I know it can be painful to see love flaunted in front when you're hurting, I've heard from a lot of people they find it to be beautiful and inspiring, even if they are longing and feeling. It's like, okay, people do find their person, and we are not college kids anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of decades that have gone through our lives without this celebration of Valentine's Day. So I think it's hopeful.
Yeah. He's so articulate, right? I admire my Valentine and the way that he can take complex ideas and so easily turn them into potent sentences. It's a skill that I feel like I'm learning with you.
Oh my gosh. I that's kind of you to say. I've witnessed you string together words so beautifully, and so it's one of the things. I mean, I think that that's one of the beautiful ways that we have respect and offer one another is our communication is it's like having an incredible dance partner. You're like, ooh, all right, look at us. I'm pretty rad together, but when we are, it's good. Yeah. Chris is grateful for the love I have for myself. Nice.
Yes.
Amen. That's what a great one. And I think that, I mean, our paths could not have come together without huge, deep chapters with ourselves.
Absolutely. I think I know it was absolutely crucial for this to be possible, to have opportunities to work out a lot of the obstacles that I've had to receiving love.
Oh, I love this, Gerbot. Gerbot says, I am grateful for all my past relationships and the love that I've shared with them all.
Can we just give it up for all of our exes?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the love and the teachings and the maturing and the growing. Yeah, I remember very early in our relationship, I said thank you to all your exes who made you the man that you are.
That hit me deeply. I mean, it's so frequent and often that jealousy can be a part of relationships, or hearing about an ex-partner can bring things up, and to hear you to give gratitude for the important women in my life.
Thank goodness.
I was like, them. Whoa, that is a mature and beautiful, of course. And yeah, But it's definitely a human thing to fall into, which is how I knew that you were not human.
I was going to wait to unveil my AI technology till a future day.
You know what? Give me the blue pill or whatever. Don't tell me. I'm good with this. Whatever this is, more of this. Matrix programmers, please loop this one. Just loop it. We had talked about how one of the ways we have shown up for each other or been spiritually delivered to each other as teachers.
That we come from different sides of a spectrum. And at the moment that we met, it was kind of the moment where we met in the middle. And now I feel like the easy love that is here for us is drawing us in a healthy way toward the other and what they have cultivated in order for each of us to have more wholeness. And for you, it's been a life of pleasure seeking. You readily tell people you're a recovering hedonist. Or the words you said last night, I think, which I'd never heard you say before, is I would, what did you, about the present and the future?
Like
I would rob the future for the present any day of the week, is what you said. I would rob the future for the present any day of the week. And there's obviously a gift and a shadow to that, like all things, like all choices. And I was on the other side of the spectrum, which was I've just got to strive to be better so that in the future I can have what I want. I've got to strive now to be better so I can have what I want in the future and really cultivate discipline and cultivate, a lot of health to it and a lot of avoidance to it, a lot of refusal to receive my birthright of pleasure in the moment and presence in the moment. And I feel like that's a really habituated stream for me that you pull me out of in just such an easy, loving way without even trying, all the time, through funny things that you say, through just your daily little wooings back into the pleasure of the moment.
Daily wooings. It does feel like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have had a really hard time with any sort of discomfort, and my addiction was a part of that was fleeing from anything that was uncomfortable, and so learning to be with discomfort and trust that there is lessons and growth. I mean that one thing that you said is choosing growth over comfort. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh, that is a tough one, but it's so alive for me now. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I right now my body feels good. The last 2 months were among the most uncomfortable of my entire life. Mm-hmm. And without you, I don't know how I could have, well, I mean, I guess I could have made it through, but that you kept assuring me, that
this too shall pass and there's something for you here.
And I really feel it now. Like, I feel like there's been so many lessons. One is the appreciation of nothing.
Yeah.
Which is one. I've been so happy the last few days, just because I'm not in pain, and also the compassion that I feel towards everyone who's in pain, and not just in pain, everyone that's aging. And I through this process, I recognized that I had a judgment about aging and frailty and people that were sick and weak. Mm-hmm. And through this, I have been able to witness, oh my gosh, behind that struggle is a warrior.
Yeah.
And that was world changing for me. Like, oh my gosh. And the like, oh my gosh, the struggles that so many people are going on through a daily basis.
Quietly and with no fanfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like as I've been healing, I feel like my body awareness has shifted. That I used to be very mental, and the last year has been more about trying to focus on what you're feeling, focus on your feelings, and this pain has forced me to focus on my posture, focus on when muscles are in alignment, when they're not in alignment, when I'm dropping my head, when I'm falling into things, and I'm really noticing the difference.
And I was really admiring you just last night of like, you're really doing it. Like every night when we sit, if we watch a show, he's sitting like this. And that's not easy to do at the end of the day when you're wanting to relax. I'm all like this or, curled over. But he's been, without exception, just sitting straight up because he's really gotten the importance, like been so motivated by your pain that something new is changing. We've been doing cold plunges and cold showers. That's not comfortable. And it's so enlivening.
And theoretically, I could have decided that I was going to have good posture and take care of my body so that I could age without pain, but that's not real. There's no way I would actually have. I mean, I've had physical therapy assigned to me many times in the past, and as soon as I felt better, I'd stop even ever doing exercises. But now I'm like, I got the message. I got the assignment. I will stick to this assignment in forever because I do not want the teacher to come back into the room and be like, okay, you got to take this course again. No, thank you. I learned it. Got it. It took the suffering to spank me. Just like it took suffering to spank me to make the changes so I could meet you. Maybe what I can learn from these 2 spankings is to get ahead of the spankings, which actually is another of the lessons that came out with Alexis, is that it is very difficult to keep seeking and doing the work once you feel good.
It is. Like pain is essentially helpful motivator. But my prayer lately has been, can I notice when it's subtle? Can I notice when it's just starting before it's a big thing and taking over my entire world? Can I start noticing at more and more nuanced levels when I'm just a little bit off, and then adjust from there? And really, because I can actually feel a little discomfort. Like I can get in the cold shower and my body braces. I just did it like 15 minutes ago, and my mind goes, when will this be over? Mm-hmm. And then another part of me goes, what would happen if you relaxed here, Lisa? And I just take it in and practice staying. And to me, that's the muscle that we can practice with little discomforts. But when we're in a pinched nerve level pain, or when we're in a huge grief or massive injury, we can't do that. We can't just go into the pain and relax. But I think we can grow our capacity for being with intensity by being with the little things.
And I think that, whether it's stretching or therapy or whatever, just making it, or yoga or meditation, is keeping the practices even when everything's awesome.
Yeah.
And not thinking them as the healing that you need when you're broken, but as the maintenance of healthy living. And intellectually I know that, but it took a spanking to really go. Yeah. And I mean, I even with with the pain, I got some identity stuff really shattered, and I realized that, this was the work I was doing right before I met you.
Yeah.
And then I just got so happy. I was like, cool. I'm
good now.
I'm done. I'm done with personal growth. Whee!
I made it. I threw the I Ching last night with a friend, And I should have known the I Ching is great at giving spankings. And I started my check-in with my friend with, I'm really good. Like, I'm not sure I have any questions. I don't think I've ever gone into a reading like this. I'm really feeling consistently and pretty expanded and centered and happy right now and on purpose. And then, of course, what I draw is essentially like, don't get complacent. That's the moment when you very subtly let the ego creep back in and take over, and then create another round of chaos or pain. And it was also a good reminder of like, just because you're good now doesn't mean that more bouts of challenges aren't coming. And John was like, when I told him that, he was like, oh, I think, like I could see you were like, throw that out. You don't have to listen to that. But I think I take a stand that there's a healthy aspect to that of not like putting my fingers in my ears and going la 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 la, because when I'm in that expanded state, I forget the level of humility and compassion that I had after my last round of suffering. And I don't want to forget that. Like, that was the biggest gift of my deepest times of suffering is those two things: humility, like really getting broken down into a recognition, like I can't do it myself. I don't have it all together. I need help. I need guidance. I need connection and compassion, like you were just sharing, for every other being that suffers. Like, it's a profound heart connector, and very easy once I'm feeling good to have these like subtle superiorities kind of come back in that feel like I've got it figured out. And I know the second that I really feel that way, I'm going to just get slapped again.
I agree that is a healthy thing, but I also think it needs to be delicately embraced, because I think often we fall into a like slipping out of and being able to enjoy what is good, because you're like, oh wait, I forgot, things are gonna get bad, like the shoe's gonna drop.
Totally.
Like I gotta start worrying about what's gonna go wrong. Like, oh no, you don't want to lose the joy.
It's not helpful to be vigilant. I'm with you there.
Yeah. Anybody else want to send any more or share any more gratitudes or send any more love messages? I'll just share some more gratitudes. I am grateful for my family. I saw my folks this week, and that was just really beautiful. So grateful that I get to still spend time with my parents. My mom and dad are just getting more and more wonderful. And my brother and sister-in-law and my nephews and Asher and Amy. I'm just feel so grateful for the people in my life. And grateful for this condo with all its quirks. And grateful for this body and its resilience, this relentless heart, and all the other pieces that seem to just work, even though I just shovel in M&Ms and almonds, for years. But really the overwhelming gratitude of my life lately has been you, Lisa. And I feel like I'm in my second life. Like, I had one life that was awesome and incredible, and I pushed all sorts of limits and edges and achieved a bunch of stuff.
Jumping naked.
That's true. I mean, I really tried to do anything possible, but during that chapter I said, my choice is I'm going to do the crazy stuff and not have the mundane stuff like family, house, and dog. And this chapter is about, I think it's a book. It's a new book, is about deeper pleasures, deeper contentment, and I'm just. It's like, I know I can't eat ice cream every day, but I can kiss you every day.
I feel the same. Absolutely. I just feel like as you were sharing your gratitudes, I started feeling mine, and the first one that came was grace. The mysterious force of goodness that just helps align everything and show me that everything is perfect and always has been perfect. And you are like the most physical representation of grace. I feel like you are heaven sent to make my life better.
I hope that you're able to celebrate love, whether that is self-love, love for your friends, love for your family, or romantic love, phileo, eros, agape. And part of that agape is, for me, is connected to what you're just saying of just trusting that it is all perfect. And we never have the vantage point to fully judge or understand. And so when we think things should be different, we have lost our faith. We have forgotten that we are a teeny perspective in a grand symphony, and need to surrender.
And that there will always be challenges, and there will always be unfulfilled desire. Like, even if my latest unfulfilled desire is met, then something else will be missing. And for me, it's a practice of, can I feel the perfection of it, not in spite of those things, but with those things, because they will always be true.
Yeah.
They will always be true. I don't have everything that I want, and thank goodness, because that's actually like the force of desire that moves through me is life-giving. It's a creative force that propels me into the new again and again and again. I'm so excited to have somebody to walk through that with.
Me too. Well, with that, wherever you are, let's give yourself a hug. Hug the body you're in or the body you're with. And as you feel the warmth, imagine that we're hugging one another, feeling all the gratitude, feeling the love of self and your friends and the people who've been in this room at any point, all coming together for that acknowledgement of our connection, knowing we're doing the best we can, knowing that everyone's doing the best they can. So let's forgive a little bit of others and ourselves. Sink into that shared human experience as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us, thanks for being here for this Valentine's Love Morning.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Love you.